President Trump hosts Argentine President Javier Milei amid a $20 billion foreign investment against Beijing's escalating trade war. Charlie Kirk is awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom posthumously, and New York Attorney General Letitia James' bank fraud scandal may now include harboring a fugitive from the law. I'm Tony Kinnett, host of the Daily Signal's Tony Kinnett Cast, syndicated nationally at 7 p.m. Eastern. It is Wednesday, October 15th, 2025. This is the Daily Signal's top news in 10. After landing from his peace-signing trip in the Middle East early yesterday morning, the president then hosted Javier Milei, president of Argentina, in order to discuss a few matters on trade, take some questions from the press, and receive a gift from President Milei of Argentina. Here was the president welcoming Javier Milei.
It's an honor to have you here, and I just want to tell you that your career has been an amazing one, and it's going to continue with the election. You're going to win the election. We're going to endorse you. I'm going to endorse you today, fully endorse you. And people in Argentina like me. A lot of people like me. I'm even surprised myself, but we had a great...
According to Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, days before this particular conference on Laura Ingram's show, this $20 billion currency swap is seen essentially as a core investment, yes, to bolster Milei's popularity, but also as a crucial counterweight against the Beijing economy driving soybean trade around the globe, processing and keeping the United States out of certain global trade markets while enriching themselves. Here was his explanation to Laura.
We get a lot out of it. Argentina is a beacon in Latin America. President Milei has done the right thing. He is trying to break 100 years of a bad cycle in Argentina. He is also a great ally for the U.S. He'll be coming to the Oval Office next Tuesday, and he is committed to getting China out of Argentina. They're all over the place in Latin America. And when people say to me, how is this not America first? I'll tell you why it's not. Do you want to be shooting at more gunboats like in Venezuela? We do not want a failed state.
So this isn't a bailout?
Sorry, it's not a bailout at all. There's no money being transferred. The ESF has never lost money. It's not going to lose money here. I was in the investment business, mostly currencies, for 40 years. You're supposed to buy low, sell high, and the Argentine peso is undervalued. We're going to have an election in Argentina the 26th of this month. We think President Milei will do quite well. And he is putting the Peronist path behind them. And people in the U.S., especially on the left, they are willing to, Senator Warren tried to put a bill in front of the Senate that the Exchange Stabilization Fund could not bail out Argentina, which I think is rich because she's an American Peronist. Don't cry for me, Massachusetts. And when Joe Biden was in office, what was their idea of foreign aid? It was circumcisions in Malawi and drag shows in Central America. So we are going to use Argentina as an example. We back up our allies, and the Obama administration missed a big opportunity in the 8 years he was in, as many Latin American governments went center-right. So we are seeing Argentina, Paraguay, Ecuador, Bolivia, I think Colombia in the next election. So it is
This is key for us. China is all over Central America, Latin America, Mexico, South America. It's critical that we maintain really good relations and that these are strong economic capitalist systems.
Beijing had announced last Thursday that they were stipulating new licenses that would have to be required for the export of technologies used in rare earth mining and processing, as well as the manufacturing of magnets that are used in technological and military applications. Essentially, China had imposed significant restrictions on more than 90% of the world's processing capacity for rare earth materials, to which the Trump administration responded with a 100% tariff threat beginning in November if China doesn't back down. The Trump administration is also using this leverage in Argentina in the soybean market, which China really wants to buy soybeans from Argentina to then process and sell to the rest of the world in various oils. The Trump administration appears to be trying to cut China off from markets that it needs in order to encourage China and Beijing to loosen their grip on certain materials and licensing rights that we might need. This is echoed by the president also announcing via a Truth Social post that he would also be looking into a software embargo that has been done previously by the United States, by Taiwan, by several other Western nations in combating the rampant IP problems that have been common since back during the Soviet Cold War. And on what would have been Charlie Kirk's 32nd birthday, President Trump, after his meeting with Javier Milei, awarded Charlie Kirk the Presidential Medal of Freedom posthumously. Here was the president.
He was assassinated in the prime of his life for boldly speaking the truth, for living his faith and relentlessly fighting for a better and stronger America. He loved this country. And that's why this afternoon it's my privilege to posthumously award Charles James Kirk, our nation's highest civilian honor, the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Thank you. As you know, only hours ago I returned from a very historic trip to secure peace in the Middle East. People said that couldn't be done. Charlie felt it could be done. Charlie felt it could be done. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. But I raced back halfway around the globe. I was going to call Erica and say, Erica, could you maybe move it to Friday? And I didn't have the courage to call. But you know why I didn't call? Because I heard today was Charlie's birthday. And I said, that was a definite. And I said, we're going to have to forget about some of those very big, very rich countries that expected me to be there. And I can tell you, based on the length of that flight, I wouldn't want to go back tomorrow. But I would not have missed this moment for anything in the world. Nothing. And it's a very important time.
Erica Kirk, Charlie's widow, as well as the new CEO for Turning Point USA, accepted the award. And while she spoke for about 15 minutes, saying a lot of wonderful things, a couple of key moments were particularly precious. First, Erica's praise at Trump picking the right gift.
Honestly, President Trump, I have spent 7.5 years trying to find the perfect birthday gift for Charlie. And it's so difficult. And those of you that have spouses or loved ones, you know how difficult it is sometimes to buy a gift for someone that you love, because he wasn't a materialistic man, so that also did not help. But now I can say with confidence, Mr. President, that you have given him the best birthday gift he could ever have. It's such an honor.
And lastly, New York Attorney General Letitia James, currently in the middle of a major bank fraud scandal, may also be involved in a serious situation regarding harboring a fugitive. According to the Daily Mail, and then confirmed in additional investigations by the Daily Caller News Foundation, the tenant in New York Attorney General Letitia James' Norfolk second or third house, her grandniece Nakia Thompson, is a fugitive from North Carolina. Thompson, living rent-free with her 3 children in the $235,000 property since 2020, is listed as an absconder in North Carolina, evading probation after misdemeanor assault and trespassing convictions. Said Keith Eckery of the North Carolina Department of Corrections, quote, "She faces arrest if located in North Carolina," end quote. The Daily Caller News Foundation dispatched a reporter to the scene, questioning the resident inside the property reportedly owned by Letitia James, to ask a little bit about the connection between she and Letitia, and was then accused of trespassing.
Hi there. I'm a reporter with the Daily Caller News Foundation.
Goodbye. You're trespassing.
I'm sorry.
Trespassing. My kids are out here.
I understand. We mean no trouble. We're just curious who the occupants of the home are,
Don't
because
worry
there's
about who's occupants. That's none of your business.
well there are connections to New York Attorney General Letitia
that
James.
Doesn't matter. You're trespassing.
Are you related to Letitia James?
Do you know her?
You're trespassing. Go in the house.
Do you know
You're
Letitia James?
trespassing.
No? Okay.
You're trespassing.
No comment. Thank you,
Don't pull
ma'am.
up to my house no more.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. You have a good one.
Now, of course, important to note, standing on the public sidewalk, which is obviously visible in the video, that's not trespassing. That is, in fact, property that is owned by the city, and that is not approaching the house, though that is what was alleged by the tenant. Before you go, head down to the description and make sure you're subscribed to the Tony Kinnett Cast. And join us tonight at 7 p.m. for a roundup of the day's news and nonsense in a world where news never seems to stop breaking. I'm Tony Kinnett, and this has been the Daily Signal's top news in 10. Take care.